Hi everyone, welcome back to Tuesday Tanking. This is episode number 3, and tonight we're focusing on skirmishes, which are a form of stronghold battle, either 7 players at tier 6, 10 at tier 8 or 15 at tier 10. Played clan v clan. You can have guests, which are legionnaires as the game calls them. The clan that I was in, which sadly folded because the leader had to close it for personal reasons, we had a lot of success in skirmishes and a lot of good fun. So this first battle that I'm going to show you, it's a Cromwell Bullies battle.
Time to roll out.
We've got a T-37 for spotting, 2 standard Cromwells and 4 Cromwell Bs, which... yeah, I know that Wargaming call them Cromwell Berlins, but we call them Cromwell B for best. And in skirmishes, we like to try and do the unexpected. So, because we've got a fast team and the enemy team's got 4 heavies, we're just going to belt diagonally straight across the map to their cap. And by the time we get there, if they are on the move, their heavies will either be in town and their lights in the northwest corner, or they'll all have gone to town, which should leave their camp empty, and we can just cap immediately. If they are there and camping, defending, which we expect, then we're going to go in mob-handed with all 7 of our tanks at once, and just do what the Apache Indians did to the Sioux Indians did to General Custer, and just run circles around them and shoot them off. So we're going to gather at the top of this gully, a bit like the trenches of the Somme. We'll all go over the top on signal, and I'm just going to sneak up to that bush just in case they're moving along the top. I should be able to spot them from here. So we're just waiting for the last few tanks to catch up in the gully, and there we go, 3, 2, 1, go, over the top, and I'm first over the top as usual. I usually die first, so I might as well go first. And the first tank there spotted, snapshot on the move, missed him, so I'll just come out one way and start hitting him. And we've already flushed out 3 of their heavies, and 4 of their heavies now. So looks like they've all stayed in cap, so I'm just going to stay, hold down, exposing my turret, punishing this VK, because he's not even moving, he's not even trying to avoid damage. The longer he sits there, the more I'll punish him. And you notice our guys are staying out of the way, they're not getting in my line of fire, even though there's nothing going on in chat, and that's because we're using TeamSpeak, which is the voice communication system that lets us all speak live time with each other and coordinate efforts. Now that T-150 is going to ding me, but it's too late, mate. I've got your measure, and I'm going to try and get your engine on fire. Somebody else got you. Take the tank behind you. Oh, and there we are. Our clan 7 kills, the other team got 1. On to the next one very quickly. Skirmish battles are all about getting them over with quick, get the resources for your clan to build up your stronghold and increase the level of your buildings, and, you know, just generally get a stronger clan. So, this is the steps map, and we're up against DSK, and you can see from the player stats that, you know, they should beat us on this. They've got much better overall average player scores, and they are a rush team. They've got 6 light tanks and a Cromwell B, which, you know, it moves like a light tank. So we're going to do something totally unexpected. We're not going to rush to meet them. We're not going to try and split to the flanks or belt through the centre. We're going to go back and we're going to hide in the hole where the arty hides and let them come to us, and then again we're going to rush out mob-handed. Now, this is not something that we've done very often, or that we did very often, I should have said. Once or twice I think we tried it, and it worked very well. The secret is, and the order has been given for it in TeamSpeak, once you're in position, if you are not spotted, do not reveal yourself until they are all close enough that we can rush out and do something against them as a unit. No point individual tanks jumping out when there might be 2 or 3 of the enemy waiting for them. Now, nobody is supposed to fire until they are spotted. Everybody's still trying to get into position. There's loads of time. And just swap over a Cromwell B for a T-37 on the spotting shelf. He's got much better camo than the Cromwell. And our leader and a couple of the guys are trying to get right up onto the top of the mountain for, you know, our leader had this thing about getting up hills. He wanted to be on the top of everything. Anyway, they've given up on that. They're settling down. Because any minute now, the opposite team will be coming through. And you can see we've got all 7 tanks up here. So, where are they? We've got a Skoda in the team this time round, which is a little bit unusual. But they are very effective medium tanks. I've got the T-24 and the T-25 myself, and I have loads of fun in them. The auto-loader on the Tier 6, the 3-shot auto-loader, can make an amazing difference because the gun's a bit like the Chinese 59-16's gun. It's got reasonable penetration but very low damage, so you do need those 3 shots from it. And there we are. Yeah, you see, this is what should not have happened. People should not have peeked out to start shooting. But yeah, they've got one of the lights down. However, what's going to happen now is there's going to be a lot of incoming fire. They've given away where we are hiding. I'm just staying in cover, not revealing. I'm waiting for that moment when I'm spotted, and then I'll jump out and join in the fray. And I've got a feeling this T-37 coming up the other side of the hill is going to proxy spot me any minute now. Yeah, there we go, triggered it, time to get out. So everybody's rushing out straight into a circle of tanks, and I'm just going to play this a bit cagey. I'm shielded from 3 of them by the hill to my right. I'm going to take that guy down that's up on the side of the hill, and then I'll get the other 2 that's across the cap from us. There we are, there's 1 down. Can I get that 64? Reload, 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 reload. Got a shot into him, good. He's backing off. Those ones up there still can't see me. Let's try and get this other 64 on the other side of the... That's it, he's gone. The 64's getting brave again. Can we get him? Don't think we can. No. Probably best to move now. And suddenly we're down to 3 tanks and they've got 4 tanks. And this is why it doesn't pay to rush out into the middle of a circle of tanks. Dodging the tree so I don't give away where I'm at. Let's go around and get something over here. See what we can do. This guy's coming in. Brakes. Screecher brakes on the grass. Whack. Got him. Get off that hilltop. Get off the ridge line. See? Taking shots. Get out of there. Turn that way to throw them off. And see if we can get that one that's coming across the middle. Make use of the slight slope on the end of this ridge line. Type 64 again. They are incredibly bouncy, the Type 64s. The number of shots that I've put into their front in any tank that have just bounced off into the sky is unreal. Okay, so, oh god, I'm last tank, they've got 2. Right. Well, 4 kills at the minute though. 5 kills. Let's see, where is he? Where is he? There he is. Can I get him? Rush over. I've got all the time in the world. Yes, there we go. And he throws a gold shell into me right at the end. So, there we are. 7 to us, 6 to them, 6 to me. That's probably my personal best in a skirmish in terms of kills. Certainly not damage though. So next battle up. And I've changed tanks. No, I haven't. I'm still in a Cromwell. But you're going to see some acrobatics from the Russian tanks. What does you mean, Gazbeard? Well, wait and see. And I apologise in advance for the quality of this video. Some reason the frame rate was just... I don't know. It was fine in the replay, but in the recording it's got a bit mangled, both this one and the next one, so I apologise in advance, but stick with it because we've got a belter of a battle coming up after these two. We're on Siegfreid Line, we're on the north end, and I've said that what we're going to do is we're going to get inside the dragon's teeth that run down the outside of the city, and we're going to rush straight down the outside of the city gate and around into their cap, which will put us behind them, and hopefully we can get some fast damage to whittle them down before finishing them off. So I'm off like a bullet out of a gun. Just peek over here in case they're trying the same thing. Ease forward, and at this point I'm putting a lot of trust in our team that they're following me. And a quick glance at the minimap, there's only a couple of them are, and it's the Cromwells. So I'm just backing up where I'm spotted, try and lose the spot. There we go, the spot's gone. Now I can go forward because they don't know where I'm coming from. And sadly my teammate keeps blocking my shot every time I go forward. I'm still spotted. Gotta do it. You notice I'm reversing out of his way when he's reversing. I wish everybody would do the same for me. Anyway, I'm going to have to push this corner. They've got 2 or 3 there, and they've got one above me. I'll try and get him. One into him. One that came low has got killed. Can't get a shot on that one up there now. And bang, I'm dead. VK-28 came round behind us. Nobody was watching the rear. And our T-37 out in the fields just took him out. There's another VK-28 there. Or is it the same one? I'm not sure. They did have 2 of them. And this is what happens in skirmishes. It gets all very messy all of a sudden. They're very, very fast games. They're nothing like random battles. It all gets very, very involved, very, very messy. Tanks whirling around each other. And the secret to skirmishes is to have the fastest possible reload on your tank. The big heavy guns like the OIs are useless. And there we go, acrobatics from Prometheus in his T-34-85, jumping over the wall there, taking out that light tank as he did so. And he's got a Cromwell there. He hasn't seen him. Get that turret round. Got a shot into him. Can he get him? Can he get him? Can he get him? He's got another shot into him, and it's a good hit as well. And he's gone. Now keep an eye on Born Slippy. He saw Prometheus do that jump. He tries it himself and fails. Nice try, mate, but I think one person in a game doing that is enough. Okay, 4th skirmish. This time we're on the Tundra map, and people who've watched the Tundra battles that I've put on YouTube before know that I'm not a great fan of this map. But look at who we're up against. They've got 2 players that are blue statted, a green player and 4 yellows, whereas we've got 1 green, 2 yellows and 4 oranges. We should get thrashed in this, but they've made a mistake. They've brought an OI and a KV-85 against a team that's got 3 players in it that absolutely excel in the KV-85, and I'll hold my hand up, I am one of them. And if you've seen my video on the Arctic region that I put up several months ago, where in my KV-85 I sole defended the cap in a skirmish and took down 4 OIs on my own, plus an MT-25, you'll know what I mean. Also, we've got 2 people in T-34-85s. Again, both players here, Prometheus and myself, are, let's just say that we're reasonably star quality in the T-34-85s. We really know how to use them and how to compensate for the lack of gun depression that both these and the KV-85s have got. Now, I'm up here. I'm going to try some sniping, but I'm not convinced that we're going to get away with it. Especially with that OI dropping down to the river. If you look at the mini-map, if he gets underneath us and comes around the hill, the top of this hill will become untenable. And we've got to get those snipers out of the base, out our base. There's a Cromwell and a Cromwell B across there. They're both very, very fast. They could come and reinforce the OI at a second's notice. But the biggest danger is that they're going to cap and get behind the rock where we can't do anything about them from here. And both Prometheus and myself are trying to get rid of that Cromwell B. He's got Prometheus, but he's left himself on one shot, one hit. Is all I need. Come on. Come on, show yourself. No, he's not going to. So, now the OI, supported by another Cromwell B, is coming around the bottom of the hill. It's time for me to get out of here. There's a Type 64 coming up the other side of the hill on the mini-map. Just get rid of that Cromwell B before I go. So, at this point, it's anybody's game. There's 6 tanks versus 6 tanks. And I'm taking hit with the rear. Not what I want to be doing when I've got an OI to the front. Snatched the shot and hit his strong point. Didn't do anything to him, so it's time for me to get on the other side of the rocks on this hill. Get some solid cover between me and the OI. And unfortunately, Slippy in his heavy tank number 6 is going to get absolutely murdered. And he's keeping the OI's attention, but I just can't get a shot to go through him. Now, this is totally the wrong way to fight an OI. If you fight an OI like this, you're doing it on the OI's terms. He can back off behind solid cover, take all the time in the world to reload that big, slow derp gun. Smack that Cromwell. Now, the Cromwell and the OI are coming for me. It's time to back off fast. Get down the hill. Get out of the way. Don't let them get those derp guns at me. And you notice I'm jinking to make use of the depressions in the rocks. Down the hill as fast as I can. Get them onto flat ground where my mobility will really have an advantage. And the OI's coming for me. I'm using him to shield me from the Cromwell. Finally getting shots into the OI. The Cromwell's trying to ram me, so I'm just fending him off there with a jink. Get round the OI, put one in his side and take him out. And then I can deal with the Cromwell. He's trying to ram me again, so I'll side scrape him. He only got 36 damage on the ram instead of about 150, and one of the team finished him off. I'm sorry about the lag in that video. It really was bad, but I wanted to show you that finish on that skirmish. Now we're on the Arctic region and we're up against Stars. If you don't know who Stars are, they are one of the top clans in World of Tanks. They're regularly in the big competitions, and most of their players are either purple or blue. Looks like we've got their B team because they're green and yellow, but they will be good. And they will know how to snipe, they'll know how to brawl, they'll know how to flank.
Time to roll out.
So we got problems. And this time round it's us that's got 2 heavy tanks. So we're going to have to dig in, use the heavy tanks as rear guns, and put the mediums and lights out in the front to do the spotting and to weaken off the tanks coming in. So I'm going to take the West Road, and I've got my mate Bill, I'm from England, is his game name, coming up with me in that Skoda. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the crossfire positions here. This rock and bush is very good for spotting. Bill is reversing it in that hollow in the side of the hill opposite me, and he really shouldn't be peeking out like that. He should be staying in that hollow and making sure nothing's coming from my left. So in TeamSpeak, I've just told him to do that. Make sure he understands where he should be. That's it. His job is to stop anything coming down to my left. My job is to stop anything coming down in front of me or to his right. Using the two tanks like this, we can hold off 4 or 5 tanks easily. And this rock is just the right shape and size for ensuring that, you know, you don't get shot from people coming around the top corner, and you can shield yourself from fire from the hill once you've let them know that you're there. And no, I'm not going to get a shot from them too. Guy over there's dropping down. There's a big snapshot. Lovely. Right, just back up so that the two further up the road can't get me. Just keep the angle. I should be able to get that 59-16 when he comes back out of that. Oh, there he is.
Ready to fire. Target released.
Manual aim.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Nice chunk out of him. Back up. He can't get a shot at me. Edge forward. Oh, he's coming out. I'm gonna have to jump forward. Got him. And I took a hit because of it. Not a problem. That's the first damage I've taken. Now you can see that between Bill and I, we're holding off, is it 4 tanks coming down that road? We've killed one of them. There's another one up there that's severely punished. It's the tank on the hill across the sunken lake that I'm worried about, because he could become a severe pain to me.
Target
While I'm focusing
acquired.
on these other ones. And again, somebody running across that road, and I got them. And it's the one poking out of there. Come back, Bill, come back, don't chase them.
Where'd they go?
Defending this road is all about being patient and only taking the shots that you're sure you're going to hit. The rest of the time, keeping yourself from getting hit. Now the KV-85 has come up the road to help us, but I've just shouted to him on TeamSpeak to back up and go round and defend the other side of the hill. And I've just called for Bill to follow me, because their remaining 5 tanks are down in the gully in front of the hill in front of our camp. If they're in there, we need to hold them in there. We've got to sandwich them. And we've got 5 tanks at the other end of the gully. It needs Bill and I at this end to make sure they can't escape from this side. T-37 presenting himself nicely, completely blind to the fact that we are here. These are supposed to be one of the top skirmishing competition tanks, and so far I have to say I'm not that impressed. Somebody in that hole knows what they're doing, but they're getting bounces with every shot, which I'm grateful for. So T-34-85, I don't want to trade shots with him, even though he's on lower health. It just needs one bounce and he can reverse the situation. Even though I've got Bill supporting me. Now he's taking shots in the rear from our other tanks and he's backed away. Now is the time to go forward. So he's made a big mistake. He's turned around, he's facing away from me. Get a big shot into his rear. Back up, finish him. And that's the game. 7-0. Against one of the top clans, even though it was probably their B team, and I got 3 kills. Martin in the KV-85 got 3 kills, and Arthur in the T-150 got a kill. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again soon.